Hey guys, welcome to class 3 of HellaFit. Today, we're gonna learn a couple new exercises. I got a couple new athletes here. It's gonna be good times, right? So, we're gonna start off today, again, with our warm-up. Hopefully you're feeling okay from class 2 and class 1. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna start off with the same dynamic range of motion we've been hitting, or joint articulation, right? So, we're gonna start off with these guys. Today, I have Anne-Marie. I have Brian in the back. He'll be showing you the modifications. Our lovely Paul. And our hella buff Vicky. Cool. So we're going to start off with some dynamic range of motion. Let's start off with dynamic chest. We're going to try to make fists today, and you're going to be turning them. As you close up, you're going to go like thumb down. As you open up, you're going to go thumbs back. But you're going to keep your thumbs in, right? There you go. And shoulders, up and down. There you go. Again, if you guys at home remember, our goal here is to try to pull these arms back as much as possible. Allow the arm to float behind the head without ducking the chin down, right? We still want good posture. You're just trying to reach back, really opening up the lat, the front of the chest, the shoulder, so on and so forth. All right, and relax. Shoulder rolls backwards. Big, slow, and controlled. There you go. So you guys at home, if you can see, we're moving the shoulder down, forward, up into the ears, and back as much as we can. When we pull back, we're really trying to pull the shoulder blades in together as much as possible. Just like what we do in the plank, when the shoulders go forward, you're trying to spread those shoulder blades apart. Awesome, guys. Cool, and boxer shuffle. Let's start working the neck a little bit. Left, right, relax. Ear down to the shoulder. That's the focus. And not necessarily stretching here because we're warming up. We just want you moving. Trying to get those joints to warm up, things to slide and glide as necessary, right? Now instead of thinking dropping the ear, I want you to now lift the chin instead. And just that thought process, just that action will hopefully hit some new muscles in the neck and the upper shoulders, your traps, so on and so forth. Good. Keeping your eyes forward, guys. Relaxing your jaw. Pretending that, you're like chewing gum without gum. Cool. And give me a big yeah. You guys ready for today's workout? Oh, yeah. Up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like you're saying, sup? Yes. Sup, man? Are you hella fit? Yeah. Cool. Give me a big no. Is it okay to eat donuts? Or cookies, Paul? Is it okay to eat cookies before your workout?
No.
No, not at all. But after is okay. I didn't say that. Maybe I did. You need to live life, right? Maybe that's a weekend thing. Cool. And shoulder rolls forward now. Again, spreading the shoulder blades apart as much as possible. Shrugging your shoulders up into your ears as much as you can. Trying to keep the arms relaxed, right? Pinching the shoulder blades together and continue in that circle. Take this shit to the club. Just kidding, don't do it. Switch and pivot, here we go. There you go. Trying to turn around, looking over your shoulder at the end of the movement. There you go. Very nice. Coming up onto that toe or the ball of the foot in the back. Very nice. Sweet. So now you guys are going to try to relax. We'll try to do that with straight arms. This time we're going to slowly start hinging. It's kind of like I'm doing a windmill thing. I'm going to start adding in a good morning. until you get your torso parallel to the ground, looking up towards the ceiling. Keep the arms locked the entire time. Go. Take your time. And for you guys at home, obviously make sure you're looking around, checking your surroundings. You don't want to hit anything or anyone, because this would suck. A lot of power generated from this. There you go, Vicky. Try to reach up towards the ceiling as much as you can and look up towards it when your torso is parallel to the ground. If you guys also notice, these guys have unlocked knees now. Unless you're really flexible like Anne-Marie, in which case you can keep the legs locked, as long as your spine stays pretty damn straight. And then slowly start taking that back up. This is a movement you can take to the club. Just probably don't want to swing your arms around as much, unless this is a whole like, hey. Look, I'm about to do some stuff. I'm warming up. Cool. Let's go ahead and do some high knee pulls today. So we're pulling the knee up into the shoulder. So he'll take his right knee, pull it towards his right shoulder, let it come back down. Hopefully he's got better balance on the next one. Cool. Go ahead. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can take your other foot, or your other hand, grab the the ankle, and kind of give us a diagonal shin at the top of the motion. Also still trying to present a huge chest the entire time. And almost squeezing the standing legs hip forward. You're going to feel a huge stretch there. That's what we want. It's going to work balance. It's going to work coordination, right? Obviously the flexibility involved in this. Ideally you can get your knee pretty close to your shoulder like Vicky, but it's okay to be wherever you are. One of the modifications we can do here, if you can't pull your knee as high, we can grab right below on the hamstring and just pull up as high as you can. Right? Still trying to give us good posture, presenting a huge chest, standing as upright as possible the entire time. Cool, and we're going to do that going backwards now. We do movement patterns in here. This would be reminiscent to something we call a butt kicker. But now you're going to pull it towards your butt, and then you're going to forcefully try to pull your knee back as much as you can without losing your abs. So that would look like this. Right? Keep it tight, and without hinging in the standing legs hip. Ideally, we'd get 2 hands to the foot, but again, this depends on your range of motion and flexibility, and we're going to switch. Do it as you're walking, right? Again, for warm-ups, we want continual motion. That's why we call it a dynamic range of motion, as opposed to a static stretch or a static range of motion. We'll save that for your cool down, for flexibility practice at the end. Very nice. Yeah, you guys grab onto whatever you can in the back, whether that's the top of the foot, the toe, the ankle, right? The more flexible you are, the more you could probably grab. The more you're actually getting your heel in contact with the booty. Making sure, again, that the abs stay tight, your chest stays tall. Trying to reach up with your sternum, not forward. Forward will yield you that broken back, right? Duck butt, we don't want that. Keep the abs in, keep the abs tight. Stay in alignment. Very nice, guys. Cool. And then we're actually going to warm up utilizing a movement that we've done before in class 1. You're going to open up to shoulder width stance. We're going to do some squats on my command. You guys at home, if you remember, we have 3 things that we're looking for. Number 1, feet stay flat the entire time. They're about shoulder width apart. So if you guys see here, directly under Paul's shoulders are his heels, right? Again, this is going to be something that you guys have to continually play with at home, continue practicing, getting better at, and finding out what maybe this stance is a little too narrow. I feel like I'm losing my back, or I lose balance or something. Go a little wider. When in doubt, do more. So if you think you're wide, see what happens when you go a little wider than that, right? From here, keeping the feet flat, we're going to send the hips back. After we send the hips back, we're going to start descending down, trying to keep our chest big the entire time. If we need to, we can raise the arms up, but that's going to keep the back as flat as possible. So, stand up. You guys at home, these guys here are all going to join in on my count. Ready? Down. And up. If you guys remember, our goal here is to sit as low as possible as much as posture allows us. If I start rounding in the back, that's as low as you're going to go, right? Stand back up. Ready? Down. Up. 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 For you guys at home who don't have that big of a range, if you guys look at Brian here, what is a squat? It's sitting down and standing up. So maybe your version of the squat is modified to sitting down on a bench or a chair or whatever. Down. And when we sit down, we're going to sit down all the way. He's going to lean his shoulders over his hips, so he's actually sitting on that. But he's going to focus on trying to keep the shins as vertical as possible. Up. Down. Reach back, reach back. Up. There you go. Down. Up. Let's go 3 more, guys. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Hold that bottom position. Raise your arms up as high as you can. If you can turn your palms in, your thumbs back. That's what we want to see, just like that. Good. Keeping the biceps as close to the ear as possible. If you can keep your back straight, that's great. Feet are still flat. The weight is in the middle of the foot, if not towards the heels. The knees are tracking over the toes, trying to draw them out if you're caving in. Chest is big. Abs are tight. And stand. Very nice, guys. Boxer shuffle. Shake it out. Sweet. Today, we're going to go back. We've been alternating. Class 1 was your plank. Class 2 was your arch. We're back on the plank. So these guys are going to drop down into a plank position. We're going to hold it for, like we've done in the past, 3 sets of 1 minute. So we're going to start these guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. There's your bonus push-up for the day. Again, we're keeping the arms locked. The shoulders are directly over the wrists. Fingers, you know, you can relax them. I like to force my guys to try to push the fingers out as much as you can, splay the fingers, because it keeps you active. It's tensioning everything, right? And that's what this plank should be. It's a high tension position. Pushing the shoulder blades apart as much as possible. So if you guys see here, I'm trying to put some pressure on Anne-Marie. She's going to try to fight against me, getting her chest away from the ground as much as you can. Yes, you're going to look like you have a rounded back, but you're fighting against gravity right now. That is the purpose. That is the goal. Abs are tight. You're lifting the rib cage away from the ground as much as you can, squeezing the butt down as much as you can, opening up the hips. The legs are locked. You should feel like your knees are locked, right? Everything. There you go. Here we go. 5 seconds, guys. And relax. Catching your breath, moving around, shaking it out. Again, if you need to do some stretches in between, you guys remember you can come up onto your knees. Paul, go ahead and show that. A couple dynamic range of motion with your chest, whatever. You can also hit a prayer pose, child's pose, whatever you need to do. Cat-cow. Shake it out, catch your breath. We're going to go again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Again, keeping everything locked. If you want to challenge yourself, today let's introduce moving to the tops of the feet. So I'm going to have Anne-Marie and Paul show that. They're going to move so that the laces are touching the ground as much as possible. It's going to feel kind of funky. Hey, that's the point. Everything's still locked though. They didn't let anything break. The legs are still locked. The legs have kept the glutes tight, squeezing the butt down as much as they can, keeping the abs tight. Good. Yeah, I'm getting a little more shake out of Paul. What we're looking for here, again, is that you're holding the position but not your breath. There is some short, shallow breathing going on here. Very nice, guys. Keep fighting for it. Push those shoulder blades apart. Awesome. Coming down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it out, guys. Nice work. You've got one more. Again, shake it out however you need to, whether that's dynamic, whether that's a stretch. Maybe you are seizing up in some particular part of your body. Now would be the time to kind of shake that out, get loose. Remember, if you guys need to modify, you can watch Brian here. He'll start with his knees on the ground the entire time, pulling the feet away from the ground. Last one, guys. You ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, up. Last one of the day. Good. And you can see it here. We're still keeping the arms locked. Push against me as hard as you can. Very nice. Keep those shoulder blades apart. You shouldn't feel like they come together. This should be nice and round, flat maybe. Abs are being pulled away from the ground, squeezing the butt down as much as possible. Again, if you need the challenge, you go to the tops of your feet here. Look at that. Not only are you getting this great stretch here in the tibialis anterior, the front of the shin, but the leverage has now moved more to the hands. And so that's one of the reasons it becomes more challenging. You'll feel your triceps fire off, you feel more pressure in the hands, right? The abs obviously take on a lot more. Stay pushing the shoulder blades apart as much as you can. There you go. 10 seconds, guys. Keep breathing. You're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Stand up. Shake it out. Walk around. Boxer shuffle. Whatever you need to do. We go from a high tension position to a very relaxed state of being. Move around. Shake it out. Your goal is to get loose again. Why are we getting loose? Because we're about to have some fun. We're going to learn the burpee, right? What is the burpee? Have you guys heard of burpees before? These are a huge thing in CrossFit because you don't need anything other than some room. No equipment is necessary. Not a lot of special skill is involved. If we talk about the work aspect of this, what we're doing is moving our body weight all the way to the ground, so much that the ground is bearing our body, and then we change it up as quickly as possible so that we can get in the air and stay up there as long as we can, and then reset. Down to the ground, up in the air, down on the ground, up in the air. Very, very simple in concept, very, very hard to do over a long period of time. So, what we're going to do today is kind of break it down into small parts and then put it back together for a full exercise. I'm going to have Paul and Anne-Marie just demonstrate 3. Go ahead. Make sure you guys are breathing. Very nice. Good job. Let's hear that clap, Paul. There you go. Very nice. That's what we're going to look for today, right? We're going to start breaking this down. Shake it out, guys. What we're going to do now is break up the burpee into a whole bunch of different parts. Part number 1, you're standing in whatever stance you like to stand in, right? From here, you're going to keep your legs as straight as possible. You're simply going to curl over like a hamstring stretch and reach down towards the ground, right? Some of you guys might be able to touch the ground. Some of you guys might not. Hey, do what your body tells you to do. If it's not touching the ground, this is awesome. If you're touching the ground, this is awesome. If you're doing it, you're awesome. From here, your goal is to do something we call a sprawl. What is a sprawl? A sprawl is putting your hands down on the ground as quickly as you can. You're going to kick back, and so you can do this a whole bunch of different ways. We're kicking back to that plank. We just practiced what a plank was, right? Bearing yourself on your hands and your feet. One of the things that can happen is when we're trying to do this full movement and when we're trying to do a lot, we add speed to it, so you're not going to necessarily see that position, but it's there. Brian is going to go very slowly so you guys can see what happens. My other 3 guys here are going to go quickly down to the ground. Notice they're not going to smash their faces into the deck because that sucks, right? They're still going to be controlled, and they're going to use something reminiscent of the the first half of the push-up in controlling their bodies down. Ready? Sprawl. Very nice. Cool. But all we're looking for here is that their chest and their thighs are being placed on the ground. And they're going to prove that by picking their hands up. You guys pick your hands up? Very nice. Look, they're not pushing. Their chest and their thighs are truly on the ground here. This is how we know they've went through that full range. You can also see the flexibility and mobility required here in the chest and the shoulders. It needs to be big. It needs to be open. this position here too with that hand check, do you guys feel like you're relaxing right now? No, not at all, right? This is that pulling strength, your shoulder strength in the back, your back strength. We need it all, right? From here, go ahead and relax your hands back down. Thank you. Catch your breath, catch your breath, catch your breath. Here's the other cool thing. I'm showing you guys a rest position in the middle of the movement. You guys are going to find that burpees escalate real quick, especially in your workouts, right? You're going to need to be efficient. You're going to need your ability to find rest in that so that you can continue moving the entire time. From here, I'm going to have Brian do a modified push-up off of his knees. Brian, go ahead. Cool. And then I'm going to have everyone else do a full push-up. Go ahead, guys. Awesome. From here, let's just make it simple right now. We're going to all step your feet back up to the same kind of hamstring stretch that we did in the beginning. Notice their feet are flat here, right? If you've got good range of motion, good flexibility like Anne-Marie here, everything's still flat on the ground. Paul's doing a great job with a slight bend in his knee, right? We don't have to worry about the back as much here. Vicky has her feet out a little bit more to help facilitate that flat foot position. If you guys are coming up and landing on the balls of your feet, that's some bad juju right there. You're stressing some systems in the lower leg, the Achilles, your plantar fascia, the calf. We don't want to make them work if they don't have to. And they're at complete relaxation when the foot is flat. Cool? So from here, they're simply going to stand up. Very nice. And the movement ends with a celebration. We're going to jump in the air and you're going to clap. Hey! All right. There's one. We're not going to do one today. We're going to do a lot. So we're going to add some speed to this, see what happens as we go, break down the form, then we'll start your workout. From here, again, we'll start with that sprawl. The bend over. So we're going to bend over, reach and stretch. This sprawl can happen very quickly. If you guys watch Paul here, when I tell him to sprawl, he's going to quickly hit a plank position and then come down, stretching his hips to the ground by squeezing his butt, and then he's going to roll down. So this is going to kind of look like, a worm, right? Go ahead. Ta-da. And notice he didn't, again, smash his face or his chest into the ground. There was some control in the last fraction of that movement. If you guys need to see it again, we'll watch Anne-Marie. You're going to sprawl down on 3, 2, 1, go. Hey. And then we can move a little bit quicker. If you watch Vicky, she's just going to flash and get down there. There's not going to be any contact when she hits the ground, or hard contact when she hits the ground. Ready? Go. Hey. And then Brian's going to do the modified version of just reaching back and then coming down to a negative push-up. On your own, Brian, go ahead. Hey. Cool. We're back to that chest position. One of the things that we can do here now, again, is a strict push-up. For some of you guys, if you're flexible enough, now this is one of those things, if you don't have the form, I want you to back off and come to the strict push-up. If this feels okay, you don't catch any stress in your low back, any tension in your low back, you can continue doing it. But if you start feeling it soon, probably not a good idea for you, right? We need to stretch the hips using those Samson stretches and some of the things that we're going to do at the end today. But again, back off, go to the more strict version. You'll come back, revisit this video. Hopefully you'll be able to utilize that stretch reflex version, right? So the hardest version, the ideal version, we're going to watch Anne-Marie here. She's going to squeeze her butt, lock her legs, push her hips into the ground as she kind of pushes up. What we're going to see here is an arch in the body. Go ahead. Oh, squeeze the butt down. There you go. So we've got this arch in the body, right? Imagine she's a rubber band. One end's over here, one's over here. That butt squeezing down is me pushing down in the middle. What happens when I let go? This thing should pop the hips up as much as we can. And if that pops the hips up, the feet are going to be able to slide in. So come back down to the ground. You're going to arch up and then snap the hips. Ready? Go. Arch, snap. There's a little bit of a pause in there. right? We're doing that at first to make sure that you guys feel that it should be in the glutes, not in the low back, right? Because something's going to tension there. I want it to be the glutes. We're going to try to work those glutes, try to make them stronger. The back can only take so much. We'll do that again. Come back down. We're going to arch, snap. Ready? Go. Arch, snap. Awesome. And you guys see how our feet just float forward. Again, if you can do that pain-free, you don't feel any tension in the low back, by all means, that's the version I want you to do. But if you're a regular Joe like me and Paul and a regular Jane like Vicky, right? We can, again, go back and make this more of a strength movement. Simply just do a push-up, jump your feet towards the outside of your hands. Again, if you need to modify, you can watch Brian here. He's going to do whatever he needs to do to get back to his feet. Go ahead, sir. Awesome. From here, everybody, actually, you can now stand up from here, or you can stand up into the jump and clap, right? So, Anne-Marie, Paul, you guys are going to just go straight from here. Ready? Go. Vicky, hands are on the ground. She's going to now stand up, place her feet, then jump and clap. Awesome. Brian will do the same. Hands off the ground, stand up, jump, clap. Cool? So now we're going to practice 5 burpees however you want. When I say down, you're going to come down to the ground. When I say up, you're going to take as much time as you need to get back up, jump, and clap. Ready? You guys ready?
Ready.
Ready. Down. However you need to get to the ground. Caught Anne-Marie. Ready? Up. Down. Up. Make sure you stand, Vicky. Down. Up. Stricter push-up, Paul. Down. Up. Down. And up. Very nice, guys. And relax. You guys at home, take a water break, shake it out, whatever you need to do. All right, guys, hopefully you had enough water, not too much. I don't want that stuff moving around in your stomach too much, as long as you don't have a cotton mouth or anything. What we're going to do now is go over the lunge. What is the lunge? You're going to be moving forward, utilizing the entire leg, not just the quad. In all actuality here, we stress the use of the hamstring and the glutes a lot more. So with these guys, they're going to move towards the back of their mats here, standing on the very edge. Their goal, we're going to start off with your left leg. You're going to lunge in train tracks, not on a tightrope, in train tracks, moving as far forward as possible, letting that heel come down completely, controlling yourselves down until your rear knee kisses the ground. Ready? Go. All right. Anne-Marie went with the right leg first. Go ahead and switch that up. But you guys can see here, the knee is down on the ground. The foot is flat in the front. The shin is vertical. The torso is vertical, right? You guys can assist yourselves like Anne-Marie is doing here, hands on the hips, fine and dandy, as long as it keeps you in good posture, right? And trying to push off that front foot without breaking in the hips, they're going to see if they can return back to the normal position. Ready? Go. Very nice. We're going to switch legs, so now we're going with the right leg forward. Anne-Marie, this is for you. Ready? Lunge. Awesome. So again, if you guys can see, some of you guys will be able to utilize your range of motion. Vicky's lunge is awesome because she's very flexible and she's utilizing that mobility to her advantage. But you'll do whatever version you need to do, right? We've got a beautiful stack here, ear over the shoulder, over the rib cage, over the hip, kind of over the knee, if not a little bit in front of the knee. But we don't want to see something so tight that you look like this, where I can't really open up. If you feel like you're closed, you're balled up, you didn't step out enough, right? We really want to make sure that you're reaching and the knee would be directly over the ankle, if not a little behind it. Cool? And return. Back to the left leg, lunge. Return. Right leg, lunge. Letting that knee kiss on the ground. Return. Cool. And shake it out. Very nice, guys. One of the ways we can modify this is just don't go down all the way. You don't let your knee touch. So we're going to just watch Brian here. He's going to shallow it out a little bit. Go ahead. Come back. Even more shallow. Go ahead. Even more shallow. Here we go. Just bending the leg. Awesome. Right there. Go ahead. Come back. As long as, one more time, and freeze right there. The shin is vertical in the front. That's what we're looking for. Reset. Very nice. Cool. So today's workout, guys, pretty simple. We're going to go 10 to 1. 10 to 1 means that you're going to do 10 of everything in the list and then 9 of everything in the list. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way working down, repeating that list over and over and over. This list is going to be the burpee, the lunge, starting with your left leg, and then the lunge with your right leg. So what that's going to look like. These guys are going to go, on my count, 3, 2, 1, go. 10 burpees. Getting their chest to the ground, jumping up in the air. After 10 burpees, they're going to step out only with the left, lunging, letting the knee kiss the ground 10 times. They're going to reset. They're going to go right leg, moving forward for 10 reps. They're going to come back to the center. That's the first round. Then you have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to go. So they're going to repeat that order, burpee, lunge on the left, lunge on the right, all on the left side, then all on the right side, back to the burpee, continue until you get down to 1. Cool? So, are you guys ready? All right. So 10 to 1 burpees, left-legged lunges, right-legged lunges. Ideally, we do this as fast as we can, but you only go as fast as you can maintain form. So if you're losing your back all the time with a burpee, if you're keeping your lunge super shallow, or, you know, Paul, can you show me a tightrope lunge? If he moves his feet in the same position, you'll notice here it doesn't take much to make him lose his balance. We want you in balance, right? So I want you to think you're almost going to lunge out to the opposite direction every time, as opposed to whoa, whoa in the middle. Cool? So we're going to start off. Go ahead and let's move to the middle of the mat again, guys. We'll start off with the burpee. Remember, for pace purposes, you can watch Vicky. If you're kind of just learning the burpee and it's not, like adding speed kind of messes you up, you can watch Brian if you need the modifications. You can watch Anne Marie and Paul if you're trying to move quickly. Cool? Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1, go. So, as these guys move, they're still breathing. There you go. Where do you breathe? I try to breathe out on the hard parts of the movement. So that would be in the push-up, that would be in the sprawl. So getting your chest down to the ground, there's a big exhale there. Jumping up, there's a big exhale there as well. Very nice, guys. Cool. But we're making sure we hear that clap. An important note, if you guys live in an apartment or you're on the second floor of something, if you've got neighbors trying to relax or whatever at the bottom, maybe we don't jump, right? Yeah, it's totally fine if you just, stand and clap. But if you can, yeah, I want you to jump as high as you can. Each and every time. You're trying to fly in the air, right? Cool. If you guys notice here, Paul is keeping his hands on his abs. Why is he doing that? He's making sure that he's not stepping and then arching his back. Again, we don't want to put any stress in the low back, and if you're feeling something, check your abs. Make sure that they're on the entire time. If the abs are on and you still feel something in the low back, maybe it's the glutes, right? So if I'm in these duck butt positions, my abs are flaying out, my butt's flaying back. Pull those abs in as much as you can, but then squeeze that butt forward too. You come back in a straight line. Your posture's there. You should be able to move well, pain-free, right? Nice work, guys. They're on round 9 now. Keep breathing. Keep moving. There you go. Nice, Vicky. All right, yeah, using the step up, I like it. Also notice during the lunge, you're not crashing down. It's a step and then control. The knee kisses the deck, comes back up, you're good. Nice work, Anne-Marie. There you go. Lunging forward. I like this too. Anne-Marie is actually lunging off of her mat. That proves that she's not moving in a tight rope. She's not going to fall forward, losing balance. Nice work, Paul. Keep moving, guys. Obviously, I'm not counting here. Hopefully, you're counting at home, right? Trying to move along with one of these guys. If you're in the round of 9 or 8, you're doing 8 burpees, 8 lunges on the left, 8 lunges on the right before moving down to 7. Good job, Paul. There you go. Hands on the abs, gut check. A literal gut check. Nice work. Good, Brian. Again, if you guys need to modify this, let's shallow out that lunge. You don't have to go down all the way, right? You can think of it as like, hey, you're walking up some stairs. You're going to skip every 2 stairs. Unless you have longer legs, in which case maybe it's 3. That's the same feeling you should have here. The other thing is like this, these lunges, these burpees also help assist your ability to do those things outside of the gym or outside of exercise. So if you like hiking, if you are a competitive stair runner, like this is going to help get you better at all that stuff. That helps this helps that. The world is good. Keep moving, guys. Keep breathing. Very nice. Feeling those glutes fire off a little bit, yeah? Yeah. A lot of it, maybe? Nice work, Vicky. Keep breathing. Nice work. Good job, Brian. Now Brian's utilizing the hands on the hips. Not necessarily hitting the ground, but that's okay. Very nice, Paul. I know a lot of you guys might be chasing Paul because he is one of the founders of Cody, along with Pejman. You can check on him, check his profile, check these workouts, make sure you like him, chase him, beat him, because then he's going to get stronger because he doesn't want you guys to catch him. Nice work. Keep breathing. Hopefully you guys have some big, loud jams playing at your place right now. Nice work. Nice work. Keep it up. Nice work, guys. Keep moving. Make sure that clap happens mid-air. You're jumping in the air and then clapping. Getting those lunges, letting the knee kiss the deck. Making sure that the chest doesn't cave forward as they lunge. All right. Keep moving. Nice work, Paul. Good job, Vicky. Keep it up, Brian. Super strong. If you guys notice, you can also keep your arms straight during that burpee. If you watch Vicky here, those arms stay straight as she jumps up overhead. Adopting the hands on the hips for stability. Or shallowing out the knees like Brian's doing there in the back. Remember, in the lunge, the knee should be directly over the ankle the entire time. All right, Paul, here we go. Almost there. And Paul is done. Nice work. Take a walk, take a walk, take a walk. Shake it out. Keep moving, guys. Make that lunge very, very long, Anne-Marie. Keep going, keep going. Remember, that's something that you guys will continue to do is as you move, you get used to the movement. Sometimes it's not you being lazy, it's you getting tired. Make sure that you're going for the virtuosity of the movement each and every time. Do the common uncommonly well. Step forward, make that long, make it a stretch. These burpees, get down on the ground. All the way, jump up in the air as high as you can, if possible. And then as soon as you're done, walk around, shake it out. Paul's already moving around, shaking it out, catching his breath. Nice work, guys. Keep it up. Keep moving. Again, watching Brian on the green mat if you need some help assisting these movements. And Anne-Marie is finished. Nice work, girl. Walk it off, shake it out. Now these guys are going to support Vicky and Brian who are still moving. If you're moving at home, awesome work. Keep it up, guys. You don't have to move as fast as these two. They're just different paces. We're trying to show every class, every workout that we do here, show you a whole bunch of different bodies, a whole bunch of different paces, at different modifications. We just want you moving. We care that you're moving here. So continue moving. Keep moving. Keep jumping. Keep burpee-ing. Keep lunging. Stepping out as much as you can. Nice work, Brian. Good job. All right. Vicky doesn't know if she missed count. Hopefully at home, you didn't miss count as well. But hey, that's just extra credit for your workout. Yeah, getting the big applause by the group. Nice work. That applause is for you guys too. There you go. There you go. Hey! Nice work, guys. Good job. Very nice, very nice. Good work, good work. Good lunging. Great job keeping it tight. Good job to you guys at home. This is your time to catch your breath, take a drink of water, do whatever you need to do, but shake it out. Continue moving. At least 3 minutes. All right, guys, so we're going to hit up something we call the sink stretch here. Why do we call it the sink stretch? Well, you take our reverse hyper that we're using here today. You imagine that is your sink, your kitchen sink or whatever. You can do the exact same thing, right? But really, a table works, a dresser works. Anything around this kind of height, stomach height or higher, will help. Depending on your flexibility, you might need something higher, but we can also show you the variations to make this just as tough, if not easier, depending on your levels. So we're going to use Paul here. He's going to get his back towards the table, and he's going to inch his hands in as much as he can in a good standing posture. Notice his shoulders are rolled back. We don't have them, can you cave in? We don't have them rolled forward. You guys see that? Now he's got a spine that looks like this. We want him to be as tall, as upright as possible. For most people, this might be you. Your hands might be a little wider. Go ahead and widen them up. Right? If this is your stretch, this is your stretch. If you need to modify this and go deeper, we're going to continue. You're going to try to inch your pinkies in as much as possible here. If it's an actual sink, you might be able to grab over the edge as well. What we're going to do now is split his legs. One goes back, one goes forward, and he's going to try to move his torso straight down. What this is going to do is open up the front of his shoulder as well as maybe his bicep. He might feel something in his elbow as well, but notice how upright he stays, right? He's not going to touch the ground here. If you're able to touch the ground, you need to tighten up, whether it's the hands or find a higher surface. But we're trying to tie in all those tissues up here. He's going to keep his eyes forward so his chin stays, or his torso stays upright. We're just going to hang out and breathe here. How long? Again, we like 2 minutes because it's a long enough time to actually feel some change. And if you're feeling the change, you're making change, right? But a 30-second, 10-second thing probably won't be the best, especially post-workout. So we're really trying to open up here from all these burpees that we did today, all the pressing up, similar to the push-up, right? But general tightness, especially if you work and spend a lot of your day at the desk or in front of something like the wheels, so long commutes, going to work, rounding the shoulders. We need something to open you back up, and this is one of our favorites. And slowly dismount, Slowly move the hands away, let them relax by the sides. Yeah, so let's get some slower shoulder rolls at first, forward and back, just to feel if we see a difference here. Go ahead and move back as well. Cool. Nice work, dude. We're gonna take one of the first one of the first cool down stretches that we've done, the mobilization techniques. We're gonna add to it. And then we're gonna give you a new one for the upper body. Cool? So we're gonna start off with a classic Samson stretch. Again, if you need assistance, you can watch Brian in the back. If you need to modify, he's got his handy yoga block here. You might not have a yoga block at home, in which case hopefully you have a book or a box of some sort to help you out there. We're gonna go back to the Samson stretch. Like the lunge, we're gonna start off with the left leg. These guys are gonna lunge down. Go ahead. Knee kisses the deck. They're on some mats here in the gym. Again, you wanna make sure that your knee is comfortable as possible here. Staying upright, awesome position. Luckily, they're not lunging anymore. You're not lunging anymore at home. What we're gonna do here is interlace the fingers, reach out towards me as much as you can. There you go. And like the plank, it's not leaning forward, it's just reaching with the hands so the shoulder blades splay apart. They're stretching. Everything in the middle here, everything on the inside of the shoulders, we're pulling apart as much as we can, right? Very nice, guys. Elbows should be locked, fingers are interlaced, pushing those palms forward as much as you can. Hadouken. Right? From here, we're gonna slowly reach up and back as much as you can. Trying to reach head through the window. If you're not quite there, you're not quite there. That's fine. Work where you need to work. Maintain the best posture that you can. Very nice. And then we're finally adding the last piece, which is squeezing the glutes forward, trying to push that hip towards my fist right here, towards this empty abyss over here. Good. If you guys also notice that rear foot, we've moved to trying to elongate. They're on the tops of their feet, pressing that ankle down into the ground as much as they can. If they can make it flat and get rid of any and all air and sunlight there, awesome. Also notice that this ending position has been adjusted so that their knees are directly over their ankles again, not something that looks like this. Move that foot out so that the knee is directly over that ankle. Cool. The additional part we're going to add today is simply shifting back, relaxing the arms. They're going to keep that leg out in front, whether that's adjusting by letting the foot come forward or just shifting back. They're going to start on the inside of that straight leg, right? So again, maybe you're at where Brian is. That's fine. As you get more flexible, as you need to find a challenge, you start moving your hands closer to the extended leg in the front. So if you guys want to see how you can challenge yourself here, you can look at the ladies. Most mortals will look like Paul here. If you need assistance, you're doing what Brian's doing. They're all fine. Find what works for you. Find something that's challenging but doable, right? If you want to add a little bit more to this, you're pulling your toe towards your face as much as you can, right? There you go. Keeping the back as flat as possible. Otherwise, let it round, let it relax. You're letting your foot do whatever it needs to do, but you're trying to breathe here. And again, like in all of our cool downs, every time you exhale, you're trying to get a little deeper, maybe like a millimeter into the stretch, right? You're letting go of any and all tension here. You're trying to get through this range. Very nice, guys. Keep it up. Almost there. So we're obviously not timing it here at the HellaFit studio, but at home you might want to time this. How long would we be in these positions? Maybe 30 seconds in the Samson stretch, maybe 30 seconds in the hamstring, but then maybe we repeat that 2 to 3 times on each leg. We're just going to hold it for a very long time here once, just so you guys get the idea of what this should look like. Slowly dismount from the stretch. Go ahead and stand up. Invisible hula hoop. If you guys go back to video 1 and 2, you might have covered this in the dynamic range of motion warm-up section. Yeah. And then make sure you guys switch directions as well. Do you feel a difference left to right? Yeah? Oh yeah. Cool. Hopefully you guys at home also feel that difference. If not, again, we're not all built differently. We're all not tight in the same spots. But I'm just trying to add another tool into your toolbox. All right, let's switch legs. So now we're going to step back towards the end of the mat. You're going to lunge forward with your right leg. Taking a knee, letting the foot point back so that the top of the ankle is down against the ground. Interlace your fingers. These guys are going to reach out towards me as much as possible, spreading those shoulder blades apart as much as they can. Breathing it out, trying to get rid of any and all tension in the upper, middle, back. Woosah. There you go. Nice audible exhale like we learned from yoga. One more, deep breath in. Deep breath out, and on that breath out, we're going to reach up and back as much as we can, getting the head through the window, keeping the abs tight. The ribs should not fly forward. Very nice. Good correction, Paul. If you guys see here, abs are in. Can you show us what ribs out looks like? Go ahead and arch your back. We don't want these popping out. You're going to plug them back in, get tight, and squeeze the glutes forward as much as you can. Really opening up that hip right here. So we got a nice open bowed position here. But it's bowed because the glutes are squeezing forward, the hip is opening up, and not because we're arching in the low back, right? Pull your hands back a little bit further if possible, guys. Again, you might look like one of these guys, you might look like none of these guys. Your arms could be here because you're that tight. Where are you tight? Here in the lat, the chest, the shoulder, but we're just going for as much as we can, maintaining good posture, a good stack of the ear, shoulder, rib cage, hip over the knee. Nice work, guys. And let's go ahead and transition back to a straight leg. Yeah, working the hamstring. We're going to start off in the inside, the deep inside of the leg. So I'm almost facing away from the straight leg here, right? Here, moving my hands forward until I can get my torso over my leg, if you're there. If you're not there, if it gets tight sooner, you just stop wherever it gets tight. And if you need more of a challenge, you can look at the ladies to see what they're doing. Maybe moving that rear knee back a little bit more. What does this look like? Oh, it's kind of like the split, the forward split, or a side split, I'm sorry. Otherwise, the goal is like prop yourself up however you can, whether that's a yoga block or a book or a box. Ideally, you get your hands flat. If you guys want a little bit more, you can think about unlocking that front knee and then locking it again. Unlock on an inhale. Exhale on the lock. Right? What are we doing? We're kind of flossing that high hamstring, the glute area. Again, if you want more of a challenge, you can check Anne-Marie here. See that toe is being pulled back as much as possible. Striped socks help your flexibility. No, they don't. Sometimes they do. Science. Just relaxing, trying to catch your breath, letting yourself go into the stretch each and every time because we're done after this. All right? Nice work to all you guys at home. You're doing a great job so far. This is class 3 of 12. You're a fourth of the way there, right? Hopefully you're learning a lot. If not, go back and review, relearn, get better, see if you can move better. If you want to, you can time these workouts. We're not suggesting it right now. We just want you to kind of move along with these guys, but revisit, see if you get better, see if you get faster, see if the movements become more efficient. How do you know? Because it feels easier. It feels like you're giving less effort for each and every movement. Even if you're a strong person, we want to utilize technique to carry your strength even further, right? Cool. Couple more deep breaths and we're going to call it. Very nice. Audibles help. If your back is straight, your back is straight. If it's rounded, it's rounded. But play with both. See what happens. Maybe the more that you get in a good posture, the more you're actually not in that stretch. But we want to vary it up between both. There is no one right answer. There's plenty of answers. What we like to do at our particular facility is mix things up. We want to know what school of thought A does with one movement or stretch versus school of thought B, like gymnastics versus yoga. The same things, they do amazing, positions with their bodies. They can contort themselves in ways that don't look right, but they're not necessarily the best at either. But they have great ideas, and they both can get to those particular areas and the particular goals. We want to continue taking from everyone, taking from yoga, taking from gymnastics, taking from the strength world, powerlifting, weightlifting. We want to go into mobility practices as physical therapists are concerned, right? We want to learn from people who play the ball sports like football, soccer, and basketball. We want to continue getting things from those who are using and applying their fitness everywhere. So we're going to slowly back out, slowly dismount, slowly stand up. Everything is slow right here. Take your time. Inch your way out. Slowly stand up. And when you can feel feelings, we'll go back to that invisible hula hoop. Let's just try 5 squats to end the day. See if you feel a little bit better on your own, guys. Set up your stance, flat feet, down and up. Squat deep. Keeping your back straight. Keeping your feet flat. Nice work. And good job to you guys at home. Nice work. That was class 3 of HellaFit. We'll see you for class 4. Go drink some water. Go eat some food. Nice work today. Nice work, guys.